So I'm recording this a lot later than I expect to be recording as I look at something really quick, but yeah, a lot of spaghetti happened, so I'll talk more about it quickly after the timestamp as we get Cthulhu birthmark. Also, yes, we rotated some of the mini Modpack mysteries. In fact, I added 5 instead of the usual 4 because I felt that having more would be great, but I forgot. Oh, Curious Birthmark. I get thing, and yeah, well, let's move on. No random item stats. So as we get into, I forgot the god for a moment. As we get into Cthulhu Curious Birthmark, custom character with 3 custom mysteries today. Yeah, there's a lot of spaghetti. The first spaghetti was that I was trying to work. So if you didn't see the last episode, I talked about doing something specific with my audio. Second, charisma, dexterity, Takshi-san, and then maybe a strength check. Second encounter later, this character has 3 strength, 4 dexterity, 3 perception, 4 knowledge, 3 charisma. Is that real, by the way? Well, I'm thinking, so I pulled these characters pretty much in chronological order of when they released on the Discord server. And if the next character is what I think they are, I'm about to play 3 characters in a row that have relatively low stats. We start with the police revolver, but we don't have bullets either. But even if we did, unless we get a damage boost, hey. Oh, but yes, so speaking of spaghetti, yeah, I did swap the mysteries out. I think we may have less boss mysteries. I think the last set of mini mysteries were pretty bad. But, yeah, that was the first spaghetti, which is why this video is coming out later than I and probably most other people expect, as we get sailors, coma, frogs, goal, and television. And I think I actually take sailors first, maybe. We could take frogs. Yeah, because, well, yeah, we'll take frogs and then do 2 boss mysteries, because it's goal and the thing. I'm sorry, I just forgot the name of the mystery. But aside from that, yeah, I was trying to do an audio thing, that didn't work out, basically. And then, oh, this bat is terrible too. Yeah, and then I was moving files around, and for some reason I placed the Modpack, or I placed the mysteries in my game development folder for whatever reason, because I was doing some game dev work, and I just went completely crazy. Oh no, we just want the army knife. Yeah, I think there's an army knife here. If we had the hardware store, I would probably use the monkey wrench instead, but either way, our stats are going to be really low, so the good part, I think I'll try that next time. But yeah, the good part about the monkey, I keep forgetting which one I think you take the left option there. But anywho, forgot what I was saying. I bumbled too much. But anywho, we can equip this now for extra strength. Oh yeah, so World of Horse stuff. Aside from me just spaghettiing my files everywhere, I don't know why I do this to myself. And then I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, going crazy. Well, moving on. This is gonna be a very painful. Unless this character has something else going for them, it's gonna be really, really hard. Now, immersion factor is always high when I'm playing with any custom characters, because I have to at least appreciate just the creation of a character. But when I speak on characters, most of the time I'm talking about gameplay or how good a character is gameplay-wise. That's really all I'm trying to say. By the way, is frogs a? I feel like it isn't for some reason. Well, anywho. I really, why do I do this to myself? Sometimes I do. Sometimes I have notes beside me to look at what I want to talk about, but sometimes I don't. Period. That's the end of the sentence. So my next question is, I think we save goal for third, because whatever, yeah, television torture. That's the other mystery that has a boss fight. And off we go. I think I have not gotten any of the new mysteries that I've rotated in, but that's fine. I was thinking of whether or not this video I wanted to do that. But with one of my failed recordings, I did do that, and I just decided, you know what, at this point, yes, I was a bit weary and tired, because I did one recording, and then I failed. And then the other one, I was in the middle of checking things, and it didn't work out as well. Yeah, I think I'd rather take Doom there for the moment. Although we are maxed out on stamina and reason right now. If we're zigzagging between talking about what's happening in game or otherwise, I hope I'm doing a good job. That's all I can say at the moment. Also, if anyone's interested, I would have done a lot more, let's just say, horse racing videos on a certain game. I'm not going to say it just... I'm always scared of robots, even though I shouldn't be scared of robots here. But you get what I think at this point, most people who've watched my channel, at least somewhat, know what I'm talking about. Definitely when a certain event becomes available, I will be making videos. But I need to complete the Batsu series. And yes, I will keep on reminding myself that I also have a Fear and Hunger Batsu I need to do. But that's fan fiction and less a video I have to make. Anywho. I think we'll be okay. If we force Stan out, the funny thing is, I could go into this and, well, no. Yeah, no. I think we just fight here. I'm pretty sure. We do have funds to give, but I don't think I would want to do anything else. So, as we... Oh, I was about to say if we two-turn this encounter, but that's not going to happen guaranteed. So, let's find out. I mean, it's going to be a near... Yeah, it's going to be a two-turn most likely anyway, because I need to miss 2 attacks at 60%, but hey... I might want to if I have more time. No, I don't have any more time. I was about to say, oh, actually, we get experience here, so it's fine. But we get nothing. Lower than 3, unfortunately, but we'll still take it because it's the better option. I do like winging it as well, but that's funny enough. Winging it is what I would call. I think you've heard me. I think I've used the phrase before, but not frequently. So I'll remind people in case. Or just tell people in case I haven't mentioned it before. But, yeah, so I consider winging it a... When you're winning, you're winning, and when you're losing, you lose harder perk. So what I mean by that is, winging it, you get more experience when you pass checks. Now, in the end, you could also say, Jordan, it's RNG, and you talked about RNG before. But the other side of that, as we take 2 all damage here, is... Are we going to survive, by the way? I think we can. I'm just going to go all out because we don't have enough reason to survive this comfortably. And we're also going to throw the police revolver because we don't have any bullets to even consider using the weapon. But, actually, no, we're just going to take 2 all damage. So with winging it, basically what I'm trying to say... let's shorten it. Let's start by shortening it. When you have a lot of stats, when your stats are, when you have say like 8 strength, 8 dexterity, 7 perception, 6 knowledge, and 7 charisma for whatever reason, winging it is great because on average you're gonna pass a lot of events. There is RNG involved, so you could just be really lucky with a character with a low stats distribution like this character, or any character with low stats really. But the flip side of that is what I'm trying to say is that winging it, when you have low stats, you're gonna fail a lot more because the modifier does hurt you. On top of Harbinger effects, which indirectly, you know, and if you don't know, max threat level locations really, really, really hurt you. So already -1 modifier, with winging it, it's another. If we go to a max threat level location, it's -2 to the modifier against you, so on and so forth. So while that doesn't seem like much, it's... I've mentioned this a lot more before, but differences in a value of 1 in World of Horror mean a lot more because everything is usually lower, especially on Harbinger of Doom when you have less resources to work with overall. So, which I think it's a good thing that Panstaz does in terms of balancing World of Horror. And I think Panstaz has said this himself before, but. And for those who haven't heard it, essentially, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, anyone who knows, but Panstaz has said something along the lines of tweaking. Doing very minor tweaks to values specifically, rather than just outright slashing things. Now, obviously, there are things that have been... I'm pretty sure that there have been changes that have been just slashing changes before. By that, I mean something has just been removed outright or just buffed, super buffed. But I think most of the time, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, Panstaz makes balance changes to World of Horror in a very minute fashion. Even as much as I meme on dodge and brace, those were still relatively lighter changes compared to, say, just increasing or decreasing time units of actions by like 20-30 time units. That would be a bigger change. That would actually be quite a significant change. And part of that is, for that example specifically, part of that is because your stats and how they scale with time units. Again, if you haven't seen my tips video, essentially your stat times 3 is part of the direct calculation in how fast your time units are. So speed minus stat times 3 is essentially how fast you're going to be in an encounter. By the way, does this encounter lose less HP? I'm always playing with Goal and Labyrinth and mysteries like that, Taxi, and I never remember these values. But anywho. But yeah, usually changes in World of Horror are very, not minute, but they're smaller, and I do agree with that in terms of balancing. Now, I don't really have much to say on that point, as someone who hasn't publicly released a lot of games, or released games that can be connected to me here on this channel, but you get the point. I do agree with making smaller changes, usually. Sometimes something just needs to be axed or added outright. In the case of Haru, and I'm using World of Horror as an example here, but in the case of Haru, just getting the vending machines is one of the bigger changes. Getting cigarette case is a big change, I consider, but I kind of defend more in terms of, hey, I mean, yeah, these are big examples, but I think Pantstaz, or anyone involved really, was planning to add those things to World of Horror anyway. Also, I hope that no one takes offense when I say, if I give the wrong attributions, like maybe there is only 1, 2, 3, 4, however many people involved in certain decisions here and there, but you get the point. I'm trying to get to the concept of things rather than other stuff. I was also going to talk about something different, but I guess I'll save that for a future video, because I talked about it in my lost recording. I guess I'll save, because depending on when this video comes out, I mean, another quick one might come out anyway, so... Or the next episode might come out quickly related to this video. I'm pretty sure this video is going to come out, like, late for me, but just right for some people who frequent this channel. But anywho, if I were to guess... Nice hallucinations, by the way. Don't I have an old coin? I do. So we might as well, this actually might break a threshold. I don't remember some of the thresholds. I don't actually remember my thresholds a lot of the time, but I do know certain things. And if there's nothing else, I mean, I know 6 strength usually gets you to experience an easier time in the teacher mystery. Obviously, if you have slower time actions due to nicotine rush, nicotine withdrawal, fast swimmer, so on and so forth, that fact changes somewhat, but for the most part, 6 strength. And then 6 strength also for... Oh no, 5 strength. 5 strength for brace guaranteed kick. Usually, again, if you're under the effect of drenched for whatever reason, nicotine withdrawal, yes, with 5 strength you will not be able to brace into a guaranteed kick, but it's something I remember. Also, we're not doing as bad as I thought, but a lot of that isn't due in part to the army knife. Also, not taking as much damage. We actually have a lot of doom to work with. However, what we don't have to work with is this encounter here. Now, we are in Cthulhu, so by that I mean we're not on, like, Goizo or something. And all things considered, well, I did feel like I lost a lot of reason, usually. As it turns out, unless I want to gamble here, I really shouldn't be doing this, by the way. I really shouldn't do this. I'm not going to do this. Who am I kidding? We only need to hit a kick. We lose 2 stamina, but it's fine. We also get a branch out of this. It's fine. It's fine. And then we get fungal growth for our trouble. But all things considered, this is actually quite good. So basically what I was going to think about, or something I knew I was going to say, is we lost a lot of reason at the beginning of this run, but then later on in the run, we started losing a lot more stamina. I'm just going to take both of these, even if we get, like, something terrible. I don't want to rest and use up Doom. Period. That's the end of the sentence. So, anywho. But yeah, I if nothing else, I talked about something. Oh, this character has 1 luck. Okay, well, that really doesn't matter. I'm sure there's at least 2 or 3 events where I really care about luck, but for the most part, I don't. So we're gonna lose just as much Doom anyway, even if we could survive this. So Cthulhu, yeah, we probably would have lost less Doom overall. If we had the reason to tank that, like probably like 3 to 4% Doom, but I don't. 5% Doom, but we don't lose reason is good for me. Paranoia, on the other hand, we could still be okay, but it's looking a bit dicey. I'm gonna take stamina instead. You know what? We're gonna use this Doom to guarantee a thing. We get another rock ring, but really I was gonna toss the branch and whatever I picked up. Now we have 2 rock rings. I think this causes the inventory bug. Let's find out. No, toss. It's throw. I'm going crazy. It's only when you throw. Anywho, we are not on timeline B, but I'll take this anyway because we get the thorough investigation bonus. Not that it matters too much unless we get 40 experience. Or, well, no, we don't. I even forgot my second encounter, so all things considered, pain. So, do we need to rest here? No. Do we even have the 6th floor? We do. So, we can probably just tank a hit from Takeshi-san in the face. Although my second encounter was television, so I don't feel so bad. Now, we are losing 3 stamina and 2 reason, but that happens before Takshi-san, so I'm thankful for that, because we'll be able to desperate struggle Takshi-san. I'm shrugging real life, that's all I wanted to say. Television, yeah, it was television. Oh! As for my second encounter, I really don't remember. I'm just gonna actually hit Mr. Fabulous. No, it wasn't the shopkeeper. Did I really fight nothing in my first mystery? That can't be, right? Am I going crazy? Anywho. Off we go. But yeah, without further ado, I mean, really not much else to say in this video. I completely was talking about some different things in this video compared to the last video. And we're just gonna go all out here because we can afford. Actually, you know what? Let's just do this. Why do I even take the risk? Just do Desperate Prep Strong and Handcuff. But as we get to the 6th floor and move onward, yeah, if you have anything to say, you know what to do. We don't need to level up here. No point taking much more of your time. If you want to support me, you know what to do. I'm still doing my own thing, and I'll make videos when certain things happen. So when certain games are completed. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode, which may be coming out in about like 6 hours from now. Whenever this video is uploaded, likely. See you later. Thank you for watching. Bye!